The deal was done. Multi-million naira, signed, sealed, successful. Paul and Thomas sat in a private VIP lounge overlooking the city lights. The room shimmered with celebration, crystal glasses, soft jazz, the scent of expensive victory in the air. They had started from nothing, one laptop, one dream, two friends against the world. Tonight, they were kings. Paul lifted his glass. To brotherhood, he said warmly. Thomas smiled, but his eyes didn't. To wealth, he replied. The glasses clinked. Let me use the restroom, Paul said casually, placing his drink back on the table. The moment the door closed behind him, something shifted in Thomas's face. The warmth disappeared. Greed replaced it. From his pocket, he pulled out a tiny vial. His hands trembled, not from fear, but from anticipation. One man, one fortune, he muttered. He emptied the poison into Paul's drink, stirred it gently, and leaned back as if nothing had happened. But outside the glass window, someone had seen everything. The secretary, frozen, shocked, heart racing. She didn't scream. She acted. She rushed inside calmly. Sir, she said to Thomas, one of the top inspectors is asking for you urgently downstairs. Thomas frowned. Now? Yes, sir. He said it's important. Thomas stood quickly, but pointed sharply at her. Do not touch those drinks. And he left. The second the door closed, the secretary moved. With shaking hands, she swapped the glasses. Her breath was heavy. Justice doesn't always shout. Sometimes it moves quietly. Moments later, both men returned. Thomas sat down, smiling wider than before. Paul picked up his glass. Thomas picked up his. They drank. Thomas watched Paul closely, waiting, counting, anticipating the collapse. His heart danced with wicked excitement. Soon, he thought, it will all be mine. But within minutes, Thomas's smile faded. His stomach tightened. A sharp pain struck like lightning. He gasped. My stomach! His glass fell and shattered. He slid from his chair, rolling on the floor, clutching himself, screaming in agony. Paul jumped up immediately. Thomas, what's happening? He knelt beside him, panicked. Call the car. We need to get him to the hospital. But the secretary stepped forward, tears in her eyes. Sir, he poisoned your drink. Silence crashed into the room. Paul froze. What? She explained everything. The vial, the window, the warning not to touch the drinks, the swap. Thomas, sweating.
Shaking, defeated, grabbed Paul's sleeve weakly. I didn't want to share it, he whispered. The money. I wanted it alone. Paul's eyes filled with tears. After everything, he choked. Thomas tried to speak again, but the poison had already finished its work. His body went still. The room that once echoed celebration now held death. Paul sat there, trembling. Not because he lost money, but because he lost a friend, a brother, a man he trusted with his life. Tears streamed down his face. He held Thomas's lifeless hand and cried, deeply, painfully. Then he whispered through broken breath, whatever a man sows, he will reap. The city lights still glittered outside, but inside that room, one truth stood taller than wealth. Greed planted death, and death returned it.